daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies. Metal daddies.
Welcome back to another episode with us here at Death Metal Daddies. My name is Jeff,
Hi, Charles.
and today we're going to be talking about some metal news and some fatherhood topics. So
Metal news.
let's just get right into the metal
Juicy.
news because there's been
Let's
some
do it.
stuff going on.
Oh
If
yeah.
you do 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 do. All right, I did want to bring up metal news wise because I feel like no matter what, it's metal. It's not death metal, but it is metal news, and it's kind of been everywhere on social media when it comes to metal.
hmm
Um, Ozzy Osbourne has played his final show ever. It was a huge event. Did you see all these videos and stuff?
I haven't watched the videos of it yet. I haven't really done my recap, but yeah, I have seen it everywhere. I feel like we should like raise a flag or like light something on fire right now
I don't know
to
what
honor the
I have a
retirement.
couple Black Sabbath albums, but I'm not gonna light them on fire.
Yeah, I could throw this glass against my wall and smash it, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
No, yeah, man. The legend has retired, dude. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and a very huge ceremonious kind of event. You had a lot of legendary bands, even like super groups, kind of like just perform mini sets, then also do cover songs. I saw that Lamb of God did a set, and they did a cover of Children of the Grave.
Yeah.
Mastodon played a very short set. I forget what song I think they played Supernaut. Um,
Mm.
then you had, I did see this one, and it's been getting a lot of memes and laughter. Guns N' Roses played Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Have you seen this?
What? No. They got that
Uh,
one? That's like a
yeah.
crushing song, dude.
Well, I feel like the vocally it should fit because I feel like when Axl was in his prime, he would hit those notes, but now he is washed and sounds like complete shit.
Oh, jeez.
And
Wow.
I've been seeing a lot of comments saying he sounds like Mickey Mouse from South Park.
Oh, no.
It
That's not good.
sounds awful. Like the bit, like Slash and the rest and Duff or whatever the guy's name is, they sound perfect. It sounds like a great cover of Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Then you have Axel with his terrible voice coming in. It's like, can't.
Wow. So Slash and Axl are playing together again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Did I miss that? When did that happen?
I think they got back together a couple of years back. I know for the longest
Okay.
time they were apart. I think it
Oh,
was
it's,
during like the
yeah.
Chinese democracy years when they had that, what, 9 or 10 years
God, that
for
was
them to make an album.
awful, wasn't it?
I don't think I ever actually listened to it. I just remember there was this huge buildup.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know that I did either. I maybe skimmed it, but I heard enough to decide that I hated it. That's what I remember. But I didn't like follow him or anything after it.
I think it took them so long they even had Buckethead in the band for a while, and he even tried to record stuff, and he left all in
Wow.
this long ass time it took them. Didn't it cost them like millions of dollars to make it too? Because of how
I
long it
don't
took them?
know. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty sure it was like Axl Rose's solo project, pretty much.
Yeah. Man, how the mighty have fallen. They used to be like the number
Yeah.
one metal band, and now it's
Yeah,
just
that's
like meh.
crazy. They got some badass songs, but yeah, that is crazy. I seen Judas Priest covered a song. I didn't listen to it yet, but
Oh, what song they do?
can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I did see, I don't know this guy at all. Like I just see him every now and then. I understand he's like a big pop artist, but I guess this guy Youngblood did a cover of Changes and it actually sounds really good. Did you hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't. I heard about that, but War Pigs is what Judas Priest did.
Ooh,
That
that would
would
have
be
been good.
fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
Especially if he like belts it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
I've
need
even been
to.
watching some live videos of just Black Sabbath like in 2010s and 2000s. I would have loved to see him, but I was dumb and never went.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'd say we missed our time. How old is he now?
He's like 70 or 80.
Damn.
He was in a throne the entire time.
Yeah,
I even
that's
saw
nuts.
backstage he was in a wheelchair.
Ah, that's kind of sad. Damn.
Yeah,
Sucks, man. Yeah, he's a legend. But I think everyone probably thinks the same thing that, wow, he's survived quite a long time for being Ozzy Osbourne, you know?
as as all the crazy stories that we've heard about him, like I
Yeah.
heard about him. I feel like everyone's heard about him in the Motley Crue thing, where him and Tommy Lee were having the crazy off to see who could do the crazier thing. I guess he
Oh,
like
yeah.
snorted a line of fire ants, and then
Yeah.
Tommy Lee was gonna peed on the ground and was gonna drink it, but he pushed him out of the way and drank it before he could.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's so gross. Yeah. Yeah, amazing that he's still with us. But yeah, man. Hail to the king, I guess. That's
Absolutely.
crazy.
I also saw, I guess, Sid Wilson propose to his daughter
Oh yeah, Kelly.
backstage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. They tie the knot.
But yeah, that's all I got about that. Oh, I did hear, I guess, Disturbed's Draymond or whatever guy.
Oh yeah, he got booed.
Uh-huh.
Heard he got booed, and then he was just like his response was like, "Oh, we got to do this now," or something like that. I don't know.
Well,
I heard it didn't go good. So yeah,
yeah. He's like, they didn't boo me off the stage. He's like, well, yeah, it's booze. They're not physically forcing you off the stage.
yeah, crazy.
But yeah, that's I think that's all I got from Melonies. I saw some tours, but nothing exciting. Just some like I don't care about that tour. Like I saw one that was like Accept and like Iced Earth, but meh.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. I think I may have sent something. I can't remember. Oh, cattle decap. Did you see that I sent you?
No, I don't think I did. Was it
It's
through
I sent
Instagram?
you. Yeah, there's an Instagram reel, but they've uploaded two things today. One's a video, or maybe not two things. Maybe it's one thing. A video on Facebook, like hyping up something. It's a couple lines of lyrics. Fuck it. Might as well just go look at it now and read it.
How long has it been since Terrasite came out?
Just a couple years, because we recapped it on the pod, I think. Or no? Did we?
I don't think we did. I know we talked about it because I
No,
know
maybe
we
we
did
just,
the
yeah.
album discog. Yeah, it looks like a map of the world, and the title of the caption is "I am not pestilence."
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah. It says, I'm not pestilence, I'm not war, I am what is when earth is no more. That's a pretty cool line.
And it
So it
looks like
looks
it's
like
a
they
map of the
started,
world,
yeah.
but it
It
looks
looks like they,
weird.
yeah, it's very like kind of dated. It's like an old teleprompter kind of thing. And then one day ago, they dropped this. It looks like a picture of like veiny, like it looks like a veiny heart or something. It says, Our demons' blood boiling, our warnings are deep. We've scraped every ocean, our soil starts to weep. Obsessed with survival, yet squander our days. Who are we now that the world is ablaze? And then today they dropped this and tagged themselves in Antarctica. I don't know why I did finger quotes. They tagged themselves in Antarctica, though. It says, I am the shadow that circles the sun, silently judging on a hill of bone and dust. My banquet is found where all things are done, feared by the living and decay I trust. I thought that was pretty cool lines, but and that's captioned with a reel of what looks like birds or vultures flying in a sky.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Something to be excited about though. Looks like they're teasing this new something. Who knows
That'd be
what it may be?
exciting.
Yeah.
We'll see. Be exciting. I wonder because I know they're both political and well, political-ish, more as like societal things and environmental. I wonder if it has anything to
Hmm.
do with a potential like nuclear fallout. I feel like that could tie into their whole thing. Maybe the terrorists have gone down the same path we did and then eventually create a nuclear fallout that kills all life. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's kind of I feel like maybe a tough road to navigate for them because they've almost created this like storyline with the last two albums
Hmm.
and they've kind of, uh went hand in hand with each other. Like Terrasite pretty much kind of follows the events of the Death Atlas, right? Like basically
Hmm.
the world-ending stuff. But it's just like, what do you write about when the world's gone? The
Yeah.
world's ended like how many times now? But I don't know. I'm just kind of I guess that's nonsense in the genre of death metal. It's kind of always like that. So, but regardless, I'm excited, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Be exciting. Hopefully they can announce like a new album soon. Hopefully this isn't just like a world tour announcement or anything like that. Because that's when I first expected when I see a map of the world is like, I can get my hopes up, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
world tour and it's South America and Australia.
I mean, they're posting lyrics, so I'm almost thinking it's got to be content.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like people would have pointed out, "Oh, this is from their Terracite album," or you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Um, I guess I didn't really check comments either, and I didn't do thorough enough research to even know if it's an old song or a new song. But
But I do
uh,
think you're right that it probably is building up to actually new content because surely they wouldn't build this much up for just a tour.
yeah, right. And tag themselves in Antarctica, which is weird, but I don't know. Hmm, interesting. Maybe it's going to be like a wintry vibe. That'd be interesting.
Or maybe it's a flat Earth thing because you did put air quotes around the Antarctic.
Yeah, they're in Antarctica. Okay.
You mean the ice wall?
Yeah. It's hilarious.
What if that is the route they go? So, like, what if this whole
It'd
time
be
they just
great.
been like, "Ha, gotcha, fuckers.
Yeah. The holes in the giant sheet.
We're delving into Hollow Earth now. There's a
Yeah.
whole nother kingdom inside the Earth."
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah. Do you have any other metal news?
I don't think so, man. I think that was pretty much all that I had seen.
I gotcha. I do have a topic, kind of. And this ties to actual news. And it's not really a dad topic. But this is more in line. I feel like it kind of is in line because I feel like this is what, if you're listening to this is probably what your dads are talking about right now. Have you been keeping up with the Epstein stuff that's been happening recently?
Um, oh, yes. So I just saw a statement saying that the Epstein files are not there. Is that right?
There's a leaked FBI document saying that there is no Epstein client list and that Epstein did in fact kill himself. Um, and then I guess they tried to talk to the White House press secretary, and Ian Fox News was like, so you're going to tell me that They do not have there is no such thing as a client list. When Pam Bondi, the director of Department of Justice, or the AG, has said that she has one, and she's like, I think you're taking her words out of context. He's like, oh no, I have the quote right here, and then he reads the quote,
Oh man.
and
What
then
is the
she like,
quote? Or do you remember?
there was a Fox News analyst who says, you guys seem to have a lot of things, and a lot of the American people are wanting. He's like, release the client list, release client list. Are you saying you have the Epstein client list? And she goes, it's sitting on my desk right now. I just need to go through it.
Oh no, man.
And she sidesteps it by saying, like, well, you know what? Crime rate's down and they're working really hard.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she
Oh
went into all
my
these like statistics about
gosh.
like violent crime rates and how hard the Department of
Oh,
Justice and FBI is
holy
working.
shit.
And there was even I guess,
Oh,
another conference. It was Pam Bondi, Mark Rubio, and Donald Trump. And they were asking Pam Bondi about the Epstein list or something about that. And I guess Trump went off and said, "Why are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This was years ago. We got other stuff going on. Why are we
oh,
still
of
talking about
course,
this
dude.
creep?"
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. That's not a good look.
No, and so I've been going down a little bit of a TikTok hole. I have a coworker who's huge MAGA, but he's freaking out now, so he's been going on a TikTok hole. And
Uh,
with it, I went into, there's a published report that was released in June of 2023, and it's the IG director's report on the Epstein suicide. And so I'm going to be upfront, tell you my opinion. I do think, for me, I th- I have zero evidence, and I think there's been zero evidence brought forth that he didn't kill himself. I think a lot of it is speculation. So for right now, all I can say is that the evidence that's being brought forth is pointing me to the direction he killed himself. However, after reading this report, I've come away with more questions than I did answers and have become more skeptical reading this report because now I
oh
have
no.
more issues.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
because
So did they shed more light on his death or what?
so the report I was mostly focusing on, I was reading about like the layout because someone brought up this conspiracy theory that there's like a second door into the cells. Like we've worked at a prison. That makes zero sense why there would be two entrances to a cell. That makes zero
One
sense.
cell.
Like the
Yeah.
only way I can see that is if there's like the Gen Pop door and maybe a door for them to get like the caseworker. That wouldn't be for each individual cell. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Especially if it's in segregation.
Yeah, so I went into it and I looked at like the layouts of things and stuff like that, reports on the cell and stuff like that. Um, but in reading that, I was seeing some anomalies. Like, okay, there's some issues here, even with working at prison and me going into thinking of like, well, he killed himself. Um,
Mm,
because they released the video of that the FBI said they had. They released it. It was this video of like where you can kind of see a stairwell up to his cell block, but there's a minute missing, which people pointed out. It goes from 12:58:58 to, or no, it goes from 11:58:58 to straight 12. And their explanation is like, well, this is old equipment. It's been doing that since 1999. We'll provide you evidence that it does that every night at that exact same time. It's like, okay. Um, but then reading this report, I see where that camera is positioned, and that makes zero sense because literally you have this huge picture, and right here you see part of the stairs. So that minute, if that's all you see the stairs, that is a crucial part.
hang
Why
on.
is
I
there?
gotta get my battery charger. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. So this is actual footage that they have now dropped that you can just go look at?
Yeah, that was
Or
part of their release recently because I guess even when Cash went on Joe Rogan, he brought up, like, we have the footage of like the prison. We're gonna release it soon, blah blah. I guess they finally released it, so you can go watch it. But it's so
wow. So this camera, is this just like a stationary camera? Does it look like it can be moved? Is it a mobile,
It
like
can't
can you move it or
it
no?
so it's pretty much think of like the Algoa ones to where they didn't move, they're just stationary. However, the setup is very much like think of J Triple C, but instead of a bubble, it's that's where the Gen Pop like hangout area is. So you have these different
Okay.
wings. And that's what this prison setup was. So you have the lower tier, which has had like three or four wings, like a hallway, and then there's their cells.
Okay.
Set up kind of like a AdSeg was at ours, just a smaller door. Then this Gen Pop area where the officer's desk was, and then they have an upper tier. Take these staircases, and then there's the upper tiers. Same thing. The camera is there's only one camera on the in the entire Gen Pop area. So there's the you can see me. So there's two wings here, two wings here. His wing is over here. The camera is set up here in between these two wings. And since it's the upper level, some of the ceiling stuff is like this. So all you can really see is like a very, very small portion of the stairs.
Huh.
But there's
Interesting.
also cameras in every hallway, which would make sense. However, that's the camera that wasn't working the night he hung himself.
But the rest did.
From what I understand, and it actually does kind of make sense because once you watch the footage, it's like, okay, like I kind of get it because I feel like you've worked in prison. There's a lot of underfunding when it comes to maintenance issues. It is what
Sure.
it is. I can see it happening. Crazier anomalies have happened. That part I'm not too skeptical on, but there are other issues. So, for example, he is obviously in AdSeg. He's in a specialized area for obvious reasons. Um, he had also tried to kill himself, supposedly in prison at some point, failed. Had
Well, and see that
continued.
that's where I get hung up right there. If he was, we've both worked in these settings. If you go suicidal, you are immediately put on it's 24-hour suicide watch, right? And then you're evaluated by a psych. Is that right?
hmm
Or
Yeah,
someone?
I think you're on it for like 3 days, aren't you, at least?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. And what that means is stripped down to literally nothing. You're naked. You are then giving or assigned a suicide watch vest, or this is how it was at the institution we worked at. Given the suicide watch vest, which has nothing but some Velcro on it, and it's basically, if you can imagine, like a thicker, uh, kind of not
Smock.
densely, yeah, smock, yeah. And it just kind of Velcro straps, and then you get that and literally a mattress and a concrete floor, and that is it.
hmm
And an officer sits right outside your cell door and watches you in a chair with a chronological log and documents every hour that he has checked on you, or however it is, every 15 minutes. I can't remember. You have to offer them water every so often, ensure that they're eating. Um, yeah, so that's suicide watch. That's instantaneously if you say that you are going suicidal,
hmm
that's instantly what happens. So the rumor that he's previously tried to kill himself, I'm just like, what? Like, what happened?
Well, that's the
Is
thing. I
this
think he was there for a
weeks,
while.
days before, or yeah?
I think he had done it like 2 weeks prior because I think he was already off suicide watch because like he was in prison for a while, for like a couple months. So after those like 3 days, he could have gotten off it because it almost
Hmm.
sounded like reading the description of the cell and stuff like that and seeing the pictures of it. And he had a roommate for a little while. It almost seemed like a regular ad seg cell. But the
Huh.
red flag for me is that his cellmate got pulled, which you know what that happens. But when they did an investigation, they noticed they never took the previous and his cellmate's linen or his extra clothes. So for me, and
Hmm.
he's left with a bunk bed. So for me, it's almost, I'm not necessarily think that I think it's more likely that they might have given him the tools to do it. Almost like, you know what? We're just going to give you these options. Not necessarily like giving him the options, but creating a scenario to where it's like, go ahead, do it kind of thing. Is how
Just
I'm
sliding that
reading it.
razor blade under the door.
Yeah. Because it's like I mean, I talked to my coworker about it, it's like you remember, and even in training for as a correction officer, they tell you exactly how easy it is to do that in the cell. All you need is a sheet, tie
Yeah,
your neck and feet, tie it to the bed, and roll off, and it's as simple as that.
yeah,
So if you give him a bunch of extra sheets, which I said is was even he had a lot more than a typical inmate should have. It's like that's a recipe for that to happen. What's your thoughts?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that we got the truth certainly on that episode of Joe Rogan with Cash Patel. It seems like he's hiding a bunch of shit that he does know about. I think it's kind of crazy to just not be so. He just seems so casual to write it off, and I think that I hate the ties between that guy and our current president. I that's just not a good look. And everyone knows that, they were friends. Hell, there's pictures of them together. Everyone pretty well knows that he was on those flight logs. And yeah, and now I hate that they're trying to hide this shit or move past it, whatever. It's just like, but then again, it's like I could definitely see it being suicide. I mean, he was probably going to go down for a long time, but then it's the whole cover up of the Ghislaine Maxwell like chick. She would know. She can concoct the list, I'm sure. It's
Hmm.
not like she forgot that shit, She's clearly was involved. What happened with her? What's she doing? It's like I don't
Yeah,
even
why
know
do we
anymore.
not hear anything about her at all anymore?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
also,
crazy.
I was wondering about this too. So if they were supposedly no client list, and they supposedly were not blackmailing people or providing it for anyone else, then why are they receiving such a harsh punishment? Because I understand what they did was terrible, even if it was just them. But I've never seen like we've heard of like celebrities getting in trouble for like underage stuff. Kevin Spacey got in trouble, but it's never been this level. It's never been this much of a focal point. So why is it now? Like we've
Mhm.
all been watching this. We've know about their sentences. We've all been tracking it. So surely there has to be more stuff.
I think so. I think there's more in the dark that's going to come to light eventually. And I don't know. I heard that did Elon Musk apologize for saying what he said towards Trump, or did he apologize for something else?
He did apologize, but he didn't say he was lying or that he was wrong. He just said, I shouldn't have said that. And now he's doubling back down on it. Like he posted a meme of someone putting on clown makeup more and more. It's like, they're going to release the list. They're going to release the list. Oh, it's just a few more moments. And then in the end, he has the full clown get up and says, there is no such thing as the
Oh
Epstein
yeah.
client list.
Yeah. I did see that meme actually. Um, that's interesting. Yeah, so he's still kind of taking jabs, I guess.
Yeah, he's still trying to make his third party, which I don't think is going to do much of anything. I think he's just angry still.
Hmm. I don't know that I love him being embedded in our government, um, and how he got there so quickly. I think that's kind of odd, and that I think, people should be in tune of and kind of more aware than just quick to tag along with that dude. But I don't know, man. There's definitely tension between there and that fucking Epstein case and shit, and it's a crazy situation, man. I think, that dude he knew too much, and I think he knew that, or they made him know that. It's like I don't know. Hard to say what happened. I also don't. It's like, where's these corrections officers? What I hate is I guarantee if they were fired for fucking off the job, whatever, they're probably not allowed to discuss it because of confidentiality fucking bullshit that you have to sign when you work for those places,
Well, also,
which
what
is a
about the
crock of shit.
inmates that were in that same hallway?
Yeah,
I hear
exactly.
nothing about that.
Someone's gotta have a statement out of that wing
Hmm.
somewhere. Staff or fucking inmate, you know? Someone's gotta know something. I think it's
Es-
crazy.
Especially with how high of a profile he was, and they probably all knew what he was in there. So usually they keep an eye on those people and they try to say stuff to cause them to do it sometimes. But
Yeah,
surely an inmate in there is going to have some kind of story to tell.
sure. Do you remember the inmate Stephen Lint at Elgoa?
The name
And
sounds familiar, the Lint name.
he was the older guy, and I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
I know
in
who you're talking
AdSeg.
about. That was
Yeah,
the first one of those that happened when I started working there.
yeah. We were both, I want to say, working in Seg around the time that this happened, but the day before, I took this guy. I was working in Seg, and I had to take him to go meet a caseworker for some hearing thing. And so, go to his cell, get him out of the cell, cuff him, get him out of the cell, walk him up to the caseworker's office. And she read to him. I didn't even know what was happening. I just knew they wanted to meet him. But she informed him that he had a case that basically he was being charged for, that he got pinned on. That was a fucking abducting and inflicting terror on an individual less than 12 or something, kidnapping charge. Fucking he got X, I don't know how many years he ended up getting on just that charge, but I knew he was a terrible motherfucker whenever I was working in there, but apparently this case was going to set him back to years. But that day, dude, he was like super nice, very friendly. Before that, he wasn't very talkative and just kind of kept to himself. I don't think a lot of people even associated with him in there, but he ended up killing himself like the day after he found that out. And it was weird because, you know, you would think that an event like that would go in hand with someone acting all down or saddened and shit, but with this kooky motherfucker that, knew what he did, um, yeah, it was just weird. It was almost like it was his way out for him or something like that. And how he just seemed uh, enlightened, but it was weird, man. But good riddance is all I got to say for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking he was probably on the fence about it, and then when he got that news, he probably had made up his mind and probably felt at peace about it. It's like, all right, I have no more point in fighting anymore, is what I'm assuming is probably his mindset and why his mood change.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember who was working on that shift, but I want to say that he did it strategically and he did it right after he talked to someone on the walk, an officer. It was one of the checks in the odd hours of the night. And I can't remember. I think there was a delay in the chrono log for that, but I can't say 100% or not. I don't remember, but I just remember hearing rumors that, he was there for a minute. But he wasn't on no, mandatory watch or anything like that. So, I mean, you know how difficult it was to conduct counts and checks in the night, taking your
Yeah.
fucking flashlight into their cells, and
Hmm.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks. It's not an easy job, man, but yeah, man, it's just crazy. That reminded me of working there and like actually trying that, especially in Seg, dude. It would be like a horror video game because you're walking down the dark walk and you gotta shine your flight. You have to body count and make sure that they're breathing. Like they tell you to, look at their chest, make sure you see it rising up and down, make sure you got the right amount of individuals in there. It's like one, okay, two, and then cell to cell, and there's how many fucking cells in one wing in there?
Yeah. I
20
want to say it's
something?
like 20. Yeah. And yeah, like because I was thinking it's almost like that Five Nights at Freddy's thing, like some just pops out of you because you're
Yeah.
expecting to just like look into darkness and maybe see like a white shirt or something, but sometimes I would poke
Oh, they'll
in and
fucking get you.
they're just
They'll
staring right
pop up in
there
the
like
window.
Or there
Yeah.
was one time one was standing on the toilet because he was trying to talk in the vent to the cell next to him.
Oh
So I was just
yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
no, no. And then I look up like, oh okay, he's not hanging. He's just
yeah. Yeah, you just see the feet. You're like, oh shit. Well, and I heard working there too, like they called I heard about one that I responded to, but it was one on the radio. I don't know who was working Three House that night, but I just heard it was like uh 10-5 Three House. We got a hanger. We got a hanger. It was just like that's exactly what they train you or tell you in training not to say is we got one hanging. We got one hanging. They're like, it does not sound good. Do not repeat that shit on the radio. It's so funny.
Yeah, because don't you actually have to, especially if there's a death, they're gonna have to have that recording. So you're gonna have
Yeah.
to put.
Yeah, it's gonna, yeah, definitely gonna be heard by other people. But, some things it was just like I remember just like an overdose response and like lieutenant would have to get on the radio and I had to call a code 16 for a guy in 8 house and lieutenant just hops in the radio, just butts in front of everyone. He's like, tell those nurses to get that Narcan down there. And it's just like, that wasn't code at all, dude. But I mean, I get it, in case of emergency, sometimes you just have to use that channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Anyways, got off on a tangent on that one. But yeah, you know what? That's something that's definitely possible to do in prison. I mean, I remember working there, hearing about the story in training. I don't know if anyone ever told you this story, but it didn't happen when I worked there. I think it was like a historic suicide that was at that prison we were at, but this guy literally managed to kill himself on just 2 feet off the floor. And what he did was he tied shoelaces to the bunk to his locker and literally laid on it and killed himself.
Yeah, kind of like
Fucking
I've
crazy.
I've heard of people doing that accidentally. I don't know if you've ever seen Dark Path, but have you ever seen the movie World's Greatest Dad? There's this it's this Robin Williams dark comedy where his son is like super into hardcore porn and he eventually catches him doing
No.
autoerotic asphyxiation. He will like
Oh,
tie
geez.
something to his neck and tie it to a doorknob and lean forward while he masturbates. And
Oh my.
one time he walks in on him again doing it, but apparently he was doing it too long and accidentally killed himself. So doing that kind of stuff,
Oh, shit.
it is that simple.
Yeah, yeah. Living on the edge.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I know what movie you're talking about, but I have not seen it.
It's super dark, but it's a hilarious premise because the father is a failed writer and he just works at this he's a teacher working at the school his son works at who's just a giant asshole and perv. Like says the most deranged sick shit because of all the porn he watches.
What?
But he finds his son accidentally killed himself through autoerotic asphyxiation masturbation. And
Oh,
like
jeez.
he's holding him crying, he's sad, and but he doesn't want people to know that that's how he died. He doesn't want that embarrassment on his son's legacy, so he decides to prop him up in the closet, and then he writes his suicide note. But his suicide note becomes super famous and even gets published, and he doesn't know
Oh,
how to handle it because he's a failed writer.
oh man. Wow.
So he even goes to the dark extremities of forging a fake diary to like even ride the wave.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's a great concept, dude.
It's a funny, weird, dark comedy, and the son is the is Junie from Spy Kids, which makes it even
Oh,
more
wow.
awkward.
That's interesting. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
yeah.
Um,
Eh,
all right. I'm sorry. I gotta pee again.
You're good.
I'll be right back. Sorry, man. It is just flowing through me.
You're good. All right. Since we went a little dark, are you ready to end today's and then move on to the surprise ranking?
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, that
All right.
sounds good to me.
So
We
that's it
covered the
for
Epstein files, so that was my
yeah.
biggest goal.
So yeah, we uncovered a lot today. Some important stuff for you to talk with in your circles and comment on people's posts. But yeah, that's it for today's
Let
episode.
us know what you think. Did he kill himself or was he killed?
And what's your thoughts on this whole situation? We're all in a weird state right now in the states. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it for today's episode. In a couple days, we'll be back talking about the surprise ranking that Silas
Ooh,
doesn't know about yet. He's about to walk into it. But yeah, until then, Death Metal Daddy's out.
see ya.